Hey guys, so this is kind of a part two for my sunless tanning video that I had just done, and I wanted in this one to go over the gradual tanners that I have used in the past, the pros and cons that I've found from my experience with them. First, I want to apologize because again, I'm really super new to making these videos, and I don't know why they're backwards. I know maybe that it's probably something so simple and I'm going to look like a complete moron, but everything's backwards. So I hope that you guys can understand that I'm, working through this, but I didn't want to wait forever to do my videos when I actually had some free time. So anyway, so these are the gradual tanners that I've used. I am going to tag Jergens because, again, this CVS version is basically the same as the Jergens one. Both of these are for medium to tan or medium to deep tones. I am fair skinned, but because they're gradual tanners, it wasn't really something I was too worried about trying out because it's not going to give you your color straight away. So it's not really something I was intimidated by. What I like about these, I suppose, would be the fact that, again, they're gradual. So if it's something you're new at or you're intimidated by trying a sunless tanner at home, these are a really good way to get your feet wet. You don't have to worry about, waking up the next morning being like crazy tan and just regretting your decision. So even with the deeper versions, it's really not going to happen. I suppose if you're really porcelain, you may run into that a little bit, but I would still be very surprised. Another pro to these is they are lotion based, so it's pretty easy to put them on smoothly and not worry about streaking or overlapping and color being deeper in one area versus the other. So I think that they're really user friendly, kind of hard to mess up. Honestly, those are probably the only pros that I have. I do like them for the purpose that I use right now, which is in my previous video I had mentioned. I do use a regular mousse fast developing sunless tanner, and I don't use that too much on my hands and my feet because I don't want it to be streaky there. It is kind of a hard place to get smooth. So I do use this. I'll use it pretty much daily on the tops of my hands and the tops of my feet, and that will help blend in the color from my arms and my legs so that, they're not white, but they're also not orange. So I do like them for that purpose. Biggest con for me is the smell. Even though the Nivea reviews had said that the smell is not strong, I would say initially it is not as strong as like the CVS or the Jergens one. And that's true, but after a little while when it's developing, the scent is just so strong. I sleep next to my boyfriend every night. The scent was so bad, and I don't even have a very strong sense of smell, so I'm going to throw that out there. But it would actually wake me up. If I had moved my blankets and, kind of rolled over, the scent would kind of puff up, and it was just not good. So it was really, I had to use these every day to get the color that I wanted. So maybe 5 days in a row. So over half of the week, I'm smelling really strongly all night like that. And then after you stop using them, say your color is to the point where you're happy, it's really only going to be 3 days or so before you really need to reapply. So that's just far too much time for me to be smelling like that all the time. So, that's really the biggest con. The other biggest con, again, I'm a mother of a 3-year-old. I'm running around getting him to daycare. I work 2 jobs. I do 2 distributing jobs. I'm super busy. So these lotion-based ones, and maybe there are some that aren't as bad, but for me, in my experience, any of the ones that I have tried, these 2 as well as the Jergens one, they take forever to dry. So I would put them on after my shower. I would say I would wait 45 minutes before getting dressed, but no matter what, even after that time frame, it still kind of felt tacky. And especially now that it's warmer out, it just feels moist for a while. So not really loving that at all. I really don't have the extra hour to hang around waiting for it to dry. So when I'm using it on my hands and my feet, it's not really a problem because that's just something that, you know, especially in the summertime, I'm not putting socks on most of the time, so it's really not a problem. And since I'm only using it in those spots, the scent is, you know, negligible. I can't even smell it when I use it on my hands and my feet. And then I actually do use, and this is completely, I know you can get face sunless tanner specifically, and it's definitely something that you would have to try out and see if it works for you. It really doesn't cause me to break out any more than I would say I normally would, you know, hormonally each month, anything like that. But since you wash your face so much more frequently, even though I am putting my Jergens Instant Sun that I use on my body, on my face the day that I do that, it still doesn't last as long. You're washing your face, most people at least once, sometimes twice a day. And you also, if you wear makeup, you're really, you know, you're scrubbing it a little bit more than you would the rest of your body. So I do find that the sunless tanner just doesn't stay on my face much at all. So I use the Nivea. I actually use this on my face for my daily lotion. So I use it after I've washed my makeup off at night, and I use it in the morning before I put my makeup on. So my face is still a little bit lighter, but because I wear makeup, I'm able to blend that into the rest of me pretty easily. I mean, I wouldn't say it's substantially lighter, but just enough that I can tell if I don't have makeup on. But once I put my makeup on and my bronzer or my blush, whatever, you can't tell the difference at all. So that is pretty much it for those products. I'm going to keep it short since I'm just reviewing these ones. I'm going to review probably the rest of them all together into one video, but not quite sure yet. So hope that helps you guys make a decision if you wanted to try to purchase. Oh, I guess I should probably price point. The Nivea I got, this is a really big bottle. It's 13.5 ounces, so I'm really happy with the size of that because a lot of the sunless tanners come in pretty small bottles. So for this, I paid, I want to say it was like $10 and some change, so really not bad. If you're on a budget and you want to give it a try, it's really not a bad option, plus you get so much. It's been a while since I bought the CVS version of the Jergens. I would have to say it was probably somewhere in the $5-6 range, but it was, I would say, over a year ago at this point that I purchased this, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it's right in line with the Nivea. And the bottle here is 7.5 ounces, so not quite as much as the Nivea, almost half, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments box and subscribe. And I will follow this up with a video on the other products that I'm using as well. Okay, have a great day.